Hey, what's going on, guys? This is manual gearbox, and the wait is finally over. We have the Ferrari 488 GTE and the Ford GT, both two of the most heavyweight cars you'll see on sports car racing, WEC, and also IMSA in the United States. Great cars. I mean, you've seen these cars in action, pretty sure. The Ford GT won Le Mans last year. It looks poised to winning this year as well. We don't know. It also won the 24 Hours of Daytona. Great car. I mean, can't complain. That's one of the best cars out there on the field right now. And today we got the Ford 488 GTE. We're going to do a comparison between the two. This is the Ferrari. You got your typical tire pressures here. We got a drivetrain, which is something we don't have in GT3s. Here we do. We can adjust these to kind of like adjust the cars at any given track. And here on the baseline, everything looks just the same as a GT3, except for this part right here in the in-car dials. You have the traction control, which is the traction control, as you know, when launching out of a corner, for example. And this is something new to me. This is the traction control cuts engine torque. So I'm assuming this is when you get off the throttle. That's interesting. Engine maps, we know this. Throttle shape, we know that as well. The left night LED strip, I changed that to orange, for no reason. I lowered the fuel level to 30 liters. Everything else looks the same. We got a wing setting number 3. We're going to be doing the testing here in Summit Point. And what else? Yeah, it's basically the baseline. Nothing's been modified except for the fuel level. That's the only thing that's been modified. I'm going to take the car out as it is, out of the box, just to see how it handles. And yeah, that's basically it. And now let's take this car out. Let me just do a double check here. Yeah. Okay, let's go out. Wow. Okay, so the in-car adjustments, traction control, you can change that. You can actually see the LCD in front of us. Same here. You can see the numbers changing. Engine map. You can hear the revs dropping as soon as I increase the fuel mixture, or reduce the fuel mixture. Wow, that puts the car really down on its RPMs. We're gonna put this up on 1. We want maximum power. What else do we got? Brake pressure, we can change that as well. Throttle shape, we'll leave that as it is. Okay, so let's take this baby out. Let me just lower the volume here a little bit so I can hear myself. Okay, here we go. Gearbox whine as always. Get a good amount of feedback, force feedback on the steering wheel. I'm using a Fanatec V2 wheel. You can actually feel the grip of the front wheels. That's amazing. I mean, so far this car feels very, very stable. It really wants to turn into the corners. Almost no understeer. Of course, the tires are cold, so we're gonna have to wait for another lap. also have that rear view camera there. Of course, I got the monitor bevel coming right through it, so kind of like obscures the rear view of the car through the camera. Okay, so there's a slight amount of understeer with the baseline. That could be because maybe I'm pushing the car too much. Braking is also very, very good. I love the way this car handles. It's amazing. Okay, so alright, not bad. Really love the way this car handles. It's amazing. It's like a GT3 on steroids. It's a GTE, so obviously that explains a lot. Okay, so let's see here. Really awesome looking car, to be honest. Too bad I can't afford one. Because this is the closest I'll ever be to drive. Well, actually, that's not true. I actually drove a Ferrari once. It was a 308 V8. I think it was a 1980 something, 1982 maybe. I don't know. But it was a friend of mine's, and he actually showed up one day with the Ferrari. And of course, I was asking questions like crazy, and he asked me if I wanted to drive the car around the block, and I said I would. So I got on board the car, and the first thing I remember is the engine note. That was an incredible sounding engine. One of the things I remember the most about driving that car is the fact that the clutch was heavy as hell. I mean, you really had to put some effort into it to disengage the clutch. It was so hard. It came to the point where it actually started to feel a little bit uncomfortable driving the car around. I mean, that's not the car that you want to drive around in a traffic jam, because otherwise you'll end up with one leg larger than the other. Okay, so we're back again, this time with the Ford GT. Okay, so I'm looking at the baseline here, and two things. Well, there's actually a few things that are different from the Ferrari. One of them is the torsion bar preload. You can actually use that to adjust the ride height according to the. You can also put some cross weight with this as well. That will be the cross weight right there, and also different from the Ferrari is this here, the boost. You can actually adjust the boost pressure of the turbo. And here will be the engine map, you know, the fuel mixture. Other than that, everything seems to be the same. I lowered the fuel level down to 30 liters. Everything has been left as it is. Drivetrain as well. Nothing's been changed here. We're using the baseline. So we're trying to figure out how the car handles compared to the Ferrari. You know, this is an uncomparable. So again, let's do this. Has to be done. Okay, well, right off the bat you can see that the limited vision within the car is actually very constricted. looks almost like a spaceship over here. This is like very, very small. It has a very high rake. The steering wheel, I mean the windshield. But yeah, I mean, definitely not the. Also, we have the rear view camera right here, and as compared with the Ferrari, it's actually closer to the steering wheel, so you can actually have a better view. You know, with the Ferrari, you have the monitor bezel, actually dropping right here, right in the middle, so that constricts view. This one's okay. So let's go out and see what this car does out on the racetrack. Whoa. This is the turbo lag, but the car actually has quite a difficult time launching. Okay, great feedback on the steering wheel. It does feel like the car has a little bit more of an understeer problem than the Ferrari. Of course, this is still on cold tires, so you have to wait. Went in a little bit too hot on the first corner, so that explains the wheel lockup. Okay. Yeah, there's definitely a little bit more understeer with the Ford compared with Ferrari. Don't get me wrong, I mean, this car does feel good. It is stable as well. Oh, a little bit of oversteer. Alright, well, that was a good lap. It does feel, I don't know how to describe this car. It's kind of like, felt kind of slow compared with the Ferrari. I mean, obviously that may not be the case, but yeah, that's what it felt like. So I have to wait and see how it handles that down on the racetrack, you know, in a proper race. But yeah, I mean, if I had to choose between this car and the Ferrari, I would think I would go for the Ferrari. I mean, that's the car that suits my driving style. So it has a little bit more feedback on the front end. Like, the car doesn't understeer as much. Obviously, with some adjustment you can do and improve the handling. I'm pretty sure it's the same for the Ford, but you know, right off the bat, the Ferrari has my number. So yeah, so if you guys have any questions, please let me know. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Also, let me know what you guys think about the cars in the comment section. Let me know which one is your favorite. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye.